Assalamu alaikum. Phoenix Ramadan, L. Jackson, back in the light. For video 4. Okay, I know I'm holding up one finger, but I mean 4. Okay, anyway, so we were talking about don't use that energy. Let it pulsate. Let it drive you. Let it motivate you. Let it stir you. Let it stimulate you. Because that stimulation is what's going to cause your garden to grow, right? Okay, there was a riddle about how did your garden grow? Okay, I can't remember that. There's a little nursery rhyme, right? How does your garden grow? Well, that's what that's referring to. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna let that pulsation grow. You're not gonna cut it off because what? You're gonna bleed the energy out, right? And it's gonna die, right? Gonna give a spiritual abortion, right? Because that little seedling gonna die, right? Yeah. Okay. So as a pulsate, it's gonna grow, right? Okay. So you want to utilize that information, okay, because I'm trying to find where I am. Okay. Oh, yeah, you don't want to be a part of the falling away. That's why you don't want to, you don't want to abort your seed from your heart. Okay, that's going to grow and spring into a big tree, right? Okay. So we said the falling away is going to take place. Okay, and what? Once that energy's gone, what? Then the fear. Because now, and they're not going to be able to get it again. Not going to be able to get it again because, right? You got it through the journey. You got it through the galactic shift. You got it through the Uranus-Pluto squaring. You got it through the comet Ison. You got it through the comet Elenon. You got it through that asteroid that just passed. Okay, and there's another asteroid that's supposed to come in what? September? It's supposed to. I don't know if they were talking if that was meant for January or September. We're going to see. We're going to watch that because that's going to signify something else. Because this asteroid that just came signified something really big too. Okay. It dropped something off. It's to signify something that's came in. Okay. Or no, something taken away. Something taken away because it happened at the bottom. Something's coming in at the top. Okay. So if something's coming in on 215 in September, something's coming in. It may initiate the falling away. Okay? So you better be prepared. Don't fornicate with your energy, your spiritual energy, and abort the seed and have nothing to grow and nothing to live on and nothing to secure yourself, nothing to stabilize yourself. No connection with your Lord. Right? Okay. Especially during the falling away, because the falling away is the tribulation. Okay, and I does believe it's gonna happen, inshallah. Inshallah. Okay, I personally believe. Now I'm not saying it's going. I'm not predicting it. I'm not based upon the events, celestial events, and prophecy, and reading all seeing the current events and that's taking place globally. That's what it looks like. That's the interpretation I get. That it's going to be here soon. And it may, Allahu Alam, but it's got to be soon. Really soon. Okay. At the door soon. At the door. Okay, soon. So that falling away has to stop because everything else has been purified. The earth has been, the celestial sphere has been purified. The earth's been purified with that asteroid that came, that energy that passed, just recently, January 20th, was it? Oh, I can't remember. But it was January, just recently. Okay, so that was, the earth energy has been changed too. So you think people gonna be changed too. Humanity has to be purified as well. Okay, so you want to keep your heart intact. You want to keep that seed alive. You want to keep that seed alive in your heart. You want to keep it alive. Okay, because that's going to keep your soul alive. Okay. Now, so we said the falling away of all things that support the old, outdated commercial paradigm. So if the old paradigm is going away, it's going to be taking out those people who still try to suck life from the old paradigm, right? Okay, because that old paradigm was okay. It's outdated. and it was death and destruction. It was corrupt. Okay? So anything attached to that system is going to be taken out. So anybody who's still ascribing to the dynamics of that system, the conscious dynamics or the commercial dynamics of that system, is going to be taken out too. And that's for real. That's on the real. That's not a joke. That's serious. Okay? Whether you accept it or not, that's serious. Okay? Honestly, I love a lot of, I love a lot of people. I do. I really do. And I love those who believe, and even those who, especially those who do the spiritual work, water their garden and all that, work so hard. But there are those who don't care. They don't give a god dang, And to them I say, I don't care if you believe or not. I really, really don't care if you believe or not. Because it's going, inshallah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. You stay in that old paradigm and see what's going to happen. When it's taken away, like in Hurricane Katrina, okay? Those who hold tight to it, it's going to be taken away too. Okay? Anyway, so it is time to shower the world with the passion of this Leo full moon. Shower your seeds, okay? Look forward to reaping the rewards you have sown 2014 through all the protests, through all the praying, through all the sustaining from doing, socially good deeds, okay? You should reap those rewards, those blessings, okay? Because in the celestial sphere, the new year, as we said, in the celestial sphere, the new year does not begin until the spring equinox in March 21st, okay? And March 21st, that's what I said, March 21st, that marks the day of Aries, the sun arises again. March 20th is going to be the new moon, okay? Now, so anyway, so in reality, it is as if the world is still functioning on the residual effects of 2014. Some are feeling those good vibes, and some are still, in the stress, feeling the stress in their mind, their mind, body, and soul from the effects, from the negative vibes of 2014. If they didn't plant those seeds, they're going to feel that. And they're going to be bothering you. They're going to be bothering the people. Those who have, who have who have awakened, okay, after, who are being awakened, when the Pluto, Uranus, when the transformation is over, okay, they will awaken, because it will be like the rock is no longer on them, holding them down for change, right? So now the rock will be removed, the transformation will be ended, that's what I'm saying. And so they should begin to see the new growth within themselves, right? So there will be people who didn't do that work, okay? There will be those who didn't do that work. So those who didn't do that work are going to bother the ones who did. They're gonna bother because they're bothered. See what I'm saying? They're bothering. Those who won't bother nobody. They will be working with those who have the seed, who planted that seed, whose seed is still, who has been nurtured, right? But those who did not nurture their seeds, because they will be so stressed and not understanding, they won't be able to understand. They will not be able to get it. No matter what you do, what you say, they will not be able to understand what you're saying, because they will be full of they didn't purify themselves, of the commercial world. Their mind is still there. So it's like you're living in two different worlds, two different mindsets, two different perspectives, like Einstein's theory, right? Okay. Anyway, what's that? No, that's totally different. Okay, but anyway, as I said, so those who will have a totally different perspective, yeah, that is it. Okay, different spirit. We won't go there. But anyway, so those who live they will live in a totally different world, have a different totally perspective, because they're still looking through the lens of the commercial world and stress and all the things that are going. They'll be bothered by everything that's going on in the commercial world, and you won't. And you'll be trying to say, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. But they can't help but worry, because that's what they're attached to, and they feel the effects of what's going on in that commercial world, that old paradigm breaking down, and they will still get panicked, and they'll still get scared, and you can comfort them, but it would be nothing. There will be nothing you can do, because, you know, and it's going to progressively get worse to the point where they're walking around like, like zombies, because they're attached to, they're caught up in that world, that commercial paradigm. They can't get out because they didn't get out. Their root chakras, it's like their root is attached to that big ball of death and destruction. Okay, so as we said, and they will be the ones falling away. They will be the ones falling away. So be prepared. Now, so in reality, that's what it said. Okay, so that we said that about the new year starting. Okay, and feeling the new vibes. Okay, now with what? Now with what's been said. Now this is not to say there will be no more conflict. That's what I said. It's not to say, despite we've cleansed mashallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tried to cleanse ourselves and and do good deeds in the world and protest and it's still and we will expect everything to be, as I say, hunky dory. Everything won't be hunky dory. Okay, there'll still be conflict. There's still going to be conflict. It won't bother us that much, and we'll, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we'll have some responses to it. It may seem intense, it may seem scary, but hold fast. You're going to have to hold fast. Okay, because, and the reason why this will happen, okay, as I said, there will still be conflict in life. They will continue, and because and we will still be challenged by those forces in the commercial world, the commercial part with the commercial, who still possess that commercial paradigm mentality. Because what? Because good energy will always remain challenged by the effects of that energy which opposes good. Okay, the dominance of good, or good being dominant, the dominant power of good. Okay, so I'm done with that. Okay, let's go to another page. Okay, now, so this is good. Okay, now, so we said, yet the systematic order in which the universe was told to have been created is as it, let me do it again. Yet the systematic order in which the universe was told to have been created as it relates to the Holy Three Testaments, Torah, Bible, and the Holy Quran, are more, I'm on the wrong page. Oh, this is where we are. I was on the other side of the page. Okay, so we're going to do this again. We're going to start again. Okay, now it is very apparent, it is very self-evident that the spiritual wheat has been separated from the spiritual tares, especially when one examines the geopolitical landscape today. There are those of humanity who love peace and goodwill with the seed in their heart. They want the goodwill of all cultures, because there's no Mexican race, there's no Indian race, there's no black race, there's no African race. There's only one race of man, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only created two, man and woman, male and female, negative and positive. Okay, so from those came all humanity, right? So we have different cultures. Okay, in different cultures only relates to how mankind has survived throughout all of these ages, right? So, and if mankind has, and that's a good thing that we have this diversity, because what if we only had one way of living, the commercial way of living, of buying and selling and stock market and all that kind of stuff, and we didn't know how to plant anymore? We'd be back to square one when Europeans crossed over to America, right? And they didn't have any they didn't even know how to grow corn, right? Despite they were farmers in their but these were the aristocrats that came. They couldn't grow the corn, right? but the farmers who came over could grow the corn. So, but we'll be just like that, right? Going back to not knowing how to plant and cultivate, how to organize communities without government structures, right? Government institutions, right? Or big government institutions, right? We would not know how to work together collectively. So diversity, having survived all these years, is a very good thing. Cultural diversity. So we need that so that we can work from all perspectives and how to survive this Fukushima climate chaos, dollar collapse, abomination, beastly bullshit, right? Okay. Now, so, there are, we said that humanity, there are those of humanity who love peace and goodwill. That's, one part of it. That's the wheat. And they love all cultures. They love all humanity. They love humanity. And the tares are those, the tares was separated from the wheat, right? The tares are those who love and seek the commercial paradigm to continue through the act of war, right? The art of war. They call it art, right? The art of war, death, and global destruction. Okay? Now, the tares seek to continue and radically divide humanity. They fail to recognize the continuation, the condition of front creation for such labyrinth of systems that sustain life. Rather, they seek to destroy these systems that sustain life. So when you hear these tares, political tares, speaking to the wheat to go back to death and destruction and terror, the fear of terrorism and ISIS and support Israel, and only Israel to survive, right? Right? Only Israel, that means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from those type of unproductive thoughts whereby one nation survives and all other humanity, like the children in Africa. It's time, it's freaking time that African children began, and people in Africa began to prosper. They've starved long enough. Their bellies have bloated long enough. Flies have been around their mouth long enough. They've drinking filthy water long enough. They've eaten dead carcasses, that died by the side of the road, infested with viruses and all this kind of stuff, long enough. It's time. Africa's very, very wealthy. It's time we invest in home again. Okay? They've starved long enough. Okay, we've seen UNICEF soliciting for the little black hand children, just reaching up for the slightest little grain of whatever they can get to fill their empty bellies. We've seen enough human carcasses compiled through, Nazi concentration camp when they kill those over 6 million, Jews. And we see this death and destruction, this type of death and destruction throughout Africa, right? It's time for those children to stop starving when we can plant seeds and feed them. This is some bullshit, seriously, bullshit stuff. It really is. It's time. And those who hold that commercial mentality paradigm, they will be, inshallah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, torn or fall away. And I pray to Allah that they do be fall away. Because they deserve to be fall away. They deserve to fall away through the tribulation. They don't deserve life. Okay? Watching children starve like that. And what we talked about in Palestine, that post that I just posted, that little boy. And there are thousands of little Palestinian children who are psychologically and emotionally tormented after this genocide that take place, and those rockets constantly busting over their fucking heads. Okay? Because that's a sin against humanity. To see that and to know they're suffering like that, tormented like that, when it can be stopped. It's insanity of the commercial mind, and we with the collective mind, the greater consciousness, now that we've gone through the cycle, must seek to end that. Those children starving like that, and psychologically and emotionally tormented like that. These are children. Nobody should suffer like that, but the children don't understand why. That's why they can't comprehend it, and they continue to be tormented. Okay? That has to stop. And if any politician says, oh, we need to, they don't focus on Fukushima, they don't focus on the collapse of the dollar, they don't focus on the starvation in Africa. These little black children, they deserve life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And these Palestinian children who deserve their homeland free, they don't need to be drinking water from the street, where water is allocated to them in their own homeland. Calories are counted to determine how much they can survive on. Not eat, not fill their bellies with, but survive on. That should make anybody angry. That should make anybody sad to see that. A good person wants for his brother what he wants for himself. So if you see your child full of belly, you should want to see other people's child. And when you see little African children, their bellies floating, they got their hands out and all this kind of stuff, and UNICEF is dropping shit to them. And I'm cussing, yeah, because this is a situation that makes people angry, that infuses the person with anger. Can't just sit back and say, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Something has to be done. Action has to be taken. Yes, Lord have mercy, subhanAllah. But action has to be taken to stop this brutality, this tyranny. You know, if we're to survive. Okay? So, yeah, this is a year African children to eat. Let this be the year. Okay? Africa comes back after the institution of enslavement almost destroyed it. Let it come back. Because remember this, when inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the prophet born of a virgin does arrive, and this planet is renewed, okay? Those who didn't help, okay, in the reconstruction, okay, they will be part of that falling away. And don't expect nobody to feel sorry for them for falling away. Okay? Nobody's gonna care because they didn't care. And there, like I said, there'll be nothing. Because who can defend one against Allah? Who can defend another human being against the Creator's punishment against them for not caring? We are mandated to care as human beings. We are mandated to care. So if we don't care about the African child who's our child, or the Palestinian child who's our child, or the children in Croatia who are our children, or the children on the Native American children who are our children, okay, then we don't care about ourselves. Okay, so now is the time to care. Okay, so anyway, as I said, make sure we know time. Okay, and that doesn't go to the wheat sweet. That's for the tares. Okay. Anyway, so the tares, they continue to seek this death and destruction. And when they come to you with that crap, tell them to give them that. Give them this. Okay. Tell them go to hell with that. Okay. Take this and go to hell with that. That bull crap. Okay. Of not caring. Okay. Now I wasn't. Alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I wasn't born to be nice. I was born to be kind, considerate, compassionate, empathetic, loving, and all that, but I wasn't born to be nice. Okay, we're just, Lord have mercy. No. Okay? No. Tell them politicians, the tares, take that. When they come to you with, it's a crisis with ISIS. Okay? Tell them it's a crisis with, okay, that they need to take that and go to hell with it. Okay? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, take them to hell with that crap. They're trying to take the wheat. Okay? We don't follow the tares. Okay? So we said the tares seek to continue to radically divide humanity like cancer cells, right? They fail to recognize the condition of front creation for such labyrinth of systems that sustain life. Rather, they destroy it. They fail to recognize the systems of nature. The systems of nature were organized to support life, and it is these same systems, the ecosystem that they are breaking down, these tears are breaking down, right? Okay, that they are being destroyed. These systems, this ecosystem that sustains life is being destroyed, right? In our natural environment, an environment that's natural for humanity to commute to what sustain the permanence of a temporary commercial world. Oh, sounds dumb, huh? Yeah. Anyway, so and they want to maintain that, right? To maintain the temporary commercial world by usurping all life from what? The natural world. Wow. Anyway, so in reality, it is the presence of the systematic world that is the reality, right? It is, it's a systematic world that is natural, okay? That is a natural construction and that is organized. Well, no, it is a natural system of nature. I'm just reading, playing a game, okay? In reality, it is the presence of the systematic natural construction of the organized universe that debunks the chaotic theory of evolution, a principle which only ascribes to Cancer. Cancer ascribes to chaos, not the universe, not the natural world. So when Bush spoke of the jungle as it relates to the natural world being the jungle, and as it relates to chaos, he's a fool, he's an idiot, he's stupid, he's dumb, okay? Because the natural world is not designed by chaos. It was designed on intellect, okay? And that's determined based upon its order of operations, its systems of operations, its dimensional operations. We have 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, 4 dimension, 5 dimension, and all these dimensions are a labyrinth of systems intercoursing, okay, to create a reality by which man exists within, right? So that's order, not chaos. And look at the chaos as a result of the systems breaking down, right? And these tears talking about they have the competence to make order out of chaos. They can recreate the earth with their intelligence by destroying it. So don't follow these tears, right? Listen, when they're going to be on the campaign trail, they're going to look at their history. They were like, I'm a changed man. I'm reborn, reformed. Okay, you watch them. Watch them. Anyway, so we said the chaos, right? Okay, it debunks the chaotic theory of evolution, a principle which ascribed to by Cancer, because Cancer does what? Eats the body and just multiplies, cell after cell after cell, till it just destroys, sucking the life out of it's greed, right? Sucking the life out of the healthy cells, right? Okay, so it creates chaos in the body, right? Until the point where it dies, just like in this commercial world. It's a cancer in the natural world that's sucking the life out of the natural world. And look what's happening. The world, basically, the natural environment has fucking cancer, right? Yeah, I cuss. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hide it. I can't. I'm grown. Fuck that. Anyway, yeah. So now, the natural construction, that's the commercial world, is the cancer, feeding off of the natural world, right? You're talking about, no, we can't even regrow the seeds. The seeds, we're going to grow the seeds. We're going to grow the seeds to the point, we're going to grow the seeds. We're going to genetically alter, modify the seeds, the natural seeds, to where it doesn't produce. We're going to neuter the seeds. It's not enough they neuter the animals. We're going to neuter the seeds now. We got this over, 6 to 7 billion population, and we're going to start neutering the seeds. Like they killed off the buffalo when they came to this land so the Native American would die, right? And these are the terrors that continue to be elected into office. People, if they don't got a plan for Fukushima, and there's this scientist, I can forget his name, but I just put him, he's a very good scientist. I posted a video from him one time. He has a good solution for handling Fukushima. He says give to have because Japan is responsible, right? So they should be responsible for help the cleanup, but the global community has to help. The global community has to help, right? So he says he should take control of the Japanese army and use the Japanese army to go in and bit by bit, you know, contain the destruction there, okay, or the spillage. There's another way of talking about it, but my mind is not in that right now. So, or the contamination, right, or the outflow, because it's flowing into the water, right. So, and the containers that they're holding this water, that's plutonium water in, or this cesium water in, right, that's spread into the Pacific Ocean and already crossing to the America, and the tuna can't even be eaten. Now, tuna cannot be eaten. The fish cannot be eaten. And all these things all this life forms washing upon the seas, right? Okay, so, anyway, so he says take control of the Japanese army and utilize them to go in and clean up Fukushima. And I think that's a very good idea, you know, along with other global organizations, right? Because it has to be done, right? So if they're not, if the terrorists aren't talking about that, first of all, don't elect no terrorists. But if the terrorists are, you'll notice when they open their mouth, you'll know who they are, because the life is like black and white now, and it's not about people. It's about black and white consciousness. Those who are for mankind, humanity, and those who are not. Those who are not for humanity, the whole, the one, the unity. You know, the global consciousness of the unity of all faith, not so much unify all faiths as one, but work together as. That's how the faiths are to unify, as working together. Christians and Muslims working together to save the world. Christians, Muslims, and Jews working together to save the world. Christian, Muslim, Jews, and Buddhists working together to save the world. In any other faith other than Satanism, right? The satanic, the ones who worship the beast, okay? Those working together. That's how we're to unify. Not everybody has to become forget about their individual beliefs, okay? Teachings. Spiritual teachings, and then adopt one that's collectively of all. No, to become one body. No, it's to work together as one body, but still, you know, having your faith, because that's your right, you know. But anyway, so if they don't support that, and they don't support all cultures, okay, rather than the mainstream plutocratic culture, commercial culture. They're a terror. So it's black and white. You'll know them by the words they speak from their mouth, and they won't be able to, you know, and they have attachments to the commercial world. They're anchored. Their root is the commercial world, whereas your root will be your soul. Okay, your soul anchored to your root chakra, right? So you'll know them. Okay. And they will try to speak your language, okay, your global language. But I mean, you know, for unity. But look at their history. Go back 20 years, not just a convert. Okay, we can't afford a convert to the consciousness, you know, for temporary purposes, for, you know, to misguide the person that I gotta go. Hold on.